Good afternoon, everyone. I'd very much like to welcome you all here to Parliament. It's a very special day for us to have His Holiness here and my local Ahmadiyya community, not just from my own constituency of Putney, but I know from across the whole of London and actually the whole of the United Kingdom. It's a very special day and a privilege for us to welcome you here to Parliament. Obviously, it's part of some very important celebrations that are going on around the world, in fact, but particularly here in Britain, celebrating 100 years of the Ahmadiyya community being in the United Kingdom. I'm particularly proud to be able to say that the very first mosque was in Gresson Hall Road, right in Southfields, which is part of the Putney community. And since that time, it has played a key, vital and positive role in the Southfields community. And the motto of hatred, love for all, hatred for none, I think is one that actually our whole community can live by, which is why it's such a privilege for us to be able to play our role, and for me as the local MP to be able to play my role in hosting this event here in Parliament. I'd like to thank all of you for coming here today, and particularly all of the MPs. Wednesdays are a very busy day in Parliament, and I know that it's a sign of the respect that we have for the Ahmadiyya community and its contribution to our country that has led the large number of MPs and peers, in fact, who have come here today to be able to pay their respects. We've got a very busy day ahead of us, actually, after the reception. There'll be a number of meetings going on, and I will get the chance to show His Holiness around Parliament so that he can perhaps see where so many of us spend a lot of our time. But in the meantime, I'll hand over to Foreign Office Minister Gillian Merrin, who's very kindly come to be able to speak to us today. We're very grateful for the work that the Foreign Office does on behalf of the community in challenging the persecution that takes place across the world against the Ahmadiyya community. The role of the Foreign Office in supporting human rights and freedoms is absolutely vital, and we're really pleased that the Foreign Office Minister Gillian Merrin has been able to join us, so I will briefly hand over to Gillian. Thank you.
Justine, thank you for that welcome, and I will indeed pass on your kind words to colleagues at the Foreign Office. It is a great honour to meet Your Holiness and to be marking the Khilafat centenary with fellow parliamentarians and members of the Ahmadiyya community today, who are indeed represented both around the world but of course across the United Kingdom. And I know that many of your members of your community are important and valued members of constituencies of parliamentary colleagues here today, and I would share Justine's view that the reason you have so many parliamentarians is because of the importance of the community to us. I'd like to start by saying just how important the work of the Ahmadiyya community is. It deepens others' understanding of your own faith, and it gives a voice to those who are marginalised in their own societies. In that context, I've been particularly concerned, and I know that many of you today are also concerned, about reports of the difficulties that the community faces around the world, including in Pakistan and in Indonesia. And I would like to give my assurance today that this government is raising these issues with the authorities in those countries, and that we will not falter in pressing for better human rights for minority groups, no matter where they are. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office, the Department for International Development, the Ministry of Defence, we all work together with the aim of improving people's lot wherever they are in the world. Promoting tolerance, inclusion and respect for human rights is a central part of what we do, and we are committed to continuing that work. Just last week I concluded the debate in the House of Commons regarding human rights and democracy around the world, and I said that we have a mission to promote human rights, not just because it's in our interests, but because it is the clever thing to do as well as the right thing to do. I also pay tribute to the work of groups and individuals who make a stand for human rights in difficult and often dangerous conditions, the like of which many of us couldn't even begin to dream of. And I place a great deal of importance on the work that the Foreign and Commonwealth Office does with such groups, including the Ahmadiyya community and its individual members. Your Holiness, friends, colleagues, today we see a unique perspective brought to our work on human rights, particularly on freedom of religion. I believe, through your contribution, our human rights policy is stronger and better, and I very much hope we can continue such close cooperation in the future. It is something that I look forward to. Thank you.